am Glaucia Rosas, co-founder and director at the EduTech Alliance. In this series of interviews, I am talking with key figures on the international EduTech scene to get their perspectives on how schools can really get themselves on track with their education technology. Hi, everyone. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing Silvia Scuracchio. Silvia is the principal and head of innovation at Escola Bosque, a 300-student school located in São Paulo, Brazil. Escola Bosque is recognized around the globe as being an innovative school, and their core value is to develop the whole child and to prepare students to lead through innovation. Escola Bosque has been a Microsoft Showcase School for many years now, and was elected the Global Showcase School for fostering collaborative knowledge construction among staff and students in an innovative and welcoming environment. So Silvia, thank you so much for accepting my invitation and for being here with us.
Hi, Glaucia. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So Silvia, you are always so connected with other education organizations around the globe. And I know that you're constantly curating new ideas and bringing them to life at Escola Bosque. How do you make your staff motivated by that instead of overwhelmed?
Okay, Glaucia, that's a good question. Everything we do at Escola Bosque is around our school mission, which is to foster each student's well-being as a foundation for academic life success. We want to provide them experiences to be more empathetic, collaborative, and even passion-driven learners. I make sure that all my initiatives are linked to this school overall mission. And I think this cohesion helps teachers keep their motivation. Also, I think they understand how to contribute to this mission. And to maintain a culture of innovation, we make sure our teachers have time, space to collaborate and try new things. Ideas that they bring in or that I brought in, no matter, but we accept the error, because if you are not getting something wrong, it means that you are not doing anything new. And I think to succeed, we must have a shared vision with our team, and they have to believe and engage themselves. At the Escola Bosque, we are always creating opportunities to collaborate and to build this new reality.
So Silvia, it's great that you mentioned innovation. So can you tell us, in your perspective, what is innovation in education?
Glaucia, in my opinion, innovation is not about technological tools. It's about pedagogical practice. Innovation in education is a shift in mindset, because innovation means applying the new learning science discoveries in practice. We know that students don't learn the same way, that they have their own preferences, their own needs, and innovation is looking at each individual student to make sure we can meet their specific needs, making sure that topics and projects we are teaching are relevant, are connected to the reality, and also making sure that we have an holistic approach where we must include students' social and emotional learning in everything we do. I recently read a book written by a French cognitive neuroscientist. His name is Stanislas Dehaene. The book is How We Learn. And it's really interesting. And whenever I read learning science literature, I always look for clues, ideas, how I can apply these findings, even these insights, in ways that I can transform the school. You see, he mentioned 4 pillars of learning in which we can perhaps build a learning science-based framework to really apply in our schools. The 4 pillars are attention. We must create an engaging environment for our students. active engagement. I think this is the most important aspect of learning. Error feedback. We must, teachers and students, we must have freedom to learn from mistakes. And consolidation. Our goal is to see our students really learning, applying the deep learning. And I can also add that innovative schools must create a whole ecosystem that helps students achieve their best. And as the head of the school, I make sure we have a warming, welcoming environment for our students where they can flourish, they can grow, and they develop their full potential, their full potential, and also the social emotional skills. We can also call this the future ready skills. And at the Escola Bosque, we are so proud to say that our teachers are really growing, our students are also developing we are developing the whole child. This is actually innovation in education, where when they can think, they can really act, and they can take ownership of their own learning.
Now, very, very interesting perspective. Like, it's moving away from the content-based, industrial focused school to this new pedagogy. So from what you're saying, teachers are at the forefront of innovation. They are the ones leading this in the classroom. So how do you make sure that they are prepared, and what structures do you have in place to support them?
We have a comprehensive professional development program, and we are regularly offering courses, seminars, webinars to our teachers. We even offer mentoring and personalized learning for them.
So yes, personalized professional development, like the same strategies that you apply for the students, like personalizing it for their
exactly.
Is what you do with teachers. Personalize, see what they need, how they learn, so they can teach. Oh, right. That's I think it's a very good approach. So it's innovation in teaching and learning across the whole school. And I know, well, you have presented how your school successfully navigated the pandemic with its hybrid learning approach in many conferences like BET, ISTE, the World Education Week. Can you share with us the principles of your success?
Glaucia, as you know, we started our digital transformation journey 5 years ago as a Microsoft Showcase school. And we have been applying technology to enhance teaching and learning processes. So at the Escola Bosque, we were well placed to start the distance learning. We had a vision on how we wanted blended learning to happen. And we were practicing it already. Once we had the pandemic, we moved it from hybrid to fully online. It was much easier than shifting from face-to-face to online. And I can assure the key was teachers' readiness to use technology. When they have digital competence and are free from technical issues, they can use their creativity to engage students and create good online classes. I think this kind of preparedness allowed us to focus on other essential aspects of teaching during the pandemic, like well-being and assessments. And in terms of assessment, we had the opportunity to use much more formative assessments and promote students' autonomy for self-evaluation. And in terms of well-being, we understood that it was a time of a lot of anxiety, uncertainty, loss, and it was for everyone. So we had a lot of focus on connecting with students, staff, and even families. We have a nice project that we call Learn With Me, and students teach different subjects to their peers. it's really rewarding to see how they love to share what they have learned. And many experts call that this is the peer effect. And this kind of effect deepen their learning. And another nice strategy that works very well is gamification, especially in online environments. It's a powerful resource for teachers. It boosts engagement, collaboration, learning, and students love it. And also builds social and emotional skills. We started the remote learning with our students from 2 years old, and even online literacy classes were very successful.
Wow.
We did not have any kind of drop in performance, and the families were very, very happy with our school. And we have been sharing these projects in many national and international events, including ISTE, that you know very well, the International Society for Technology in Education, the Global Education Week, with more than 100,000 participants. It was a huge event, yes, and we are going to present again there soon. And during the past year, we presented about 40 times in webinars, seminars, conferences.
Wow.
We shared a lot of projects.
No, yes, I have participated in a few. I know the wonderful projects that I mean the details of the projects that you're just mentioning now, but I know how wonderful they were in practice. So my congratulations to you and the whole team. Well, you mentioned that the school had started its digital transformation before COVID, and we know that the pandemic has forced this digital transformation, let's call it that way, that has forced this upon the schools actually over these past months. So unfortunately, this wasn't something well planned due to the urgency of the situation for many schools. So from your experience, what are the most important aspects of a successful digital transformation?
Well, there's one thing we can deny. For sure, good leadership is important. As leaders, we must make sure we have a shared vision for the school in terms of education and operations. And everyone must understand the role of technology. And once everyone knows where we are going as a team, is the leader's role to say how we will get there. We need to be purpose-driven and open-minded. This is really important. And listening to everyone in the community is essential. But as leaders, we are the ones who need to show the directions to achieve the desired result. This is important. And because we have so many new, amazing, different things and tools to apply, and this can be really confusing for teachers. Yes. And as a school, we need to have a collective understanding of what we want to do with technology. Otherwise, we will struggle. Also, I think teachers play a key role in schools' transformation, as I mentioned. For sure, the best way to change the school is give teachers the support they need to change, to grow. Exactly what we were saying, it's no different what we do with the students. We must help teachers to have a growth-oriented mindset, giving them space, freedom to take risks, to learn from mistakes and lead their way in teaching. Because technology is present in most things we do, teachers must be familiar with it, comfortable with it. We, as I said, we have regular workshops agenda focused on educational technology. We also encourage them to subscribe to educational websites, communities for courses, resources, and we make a professional development personalized for each teacher. Another important aspect of a successful digital transformation, in my opinion, is to work with partners. Because internally, we don't have sometimes time or even skills to do everything. Partners can be a great support. We have our own professional learning community with our partner, Big Brain Education, and the results are excellent. It's really rewarding to see teachers' motivation and how they are proud of every achievement. And we are so proud of them also. We have another great partner. It's called EduInfo, which help us with our learning environments. And as we get more digital, we get more flexible, we have flexible seating, we need to change to open learning environments where we can apply all these modern pedagogy practices I mentioned it before.
No, that's wonderful to hear. And well, we do talk to many large schools that are funded by big foundations and institutions that are not limited in terms of resources to invest in technology. But the recipe they use might not be suitable for smaller schools or schools that have less resources available. So Escola Bosque is a private school, a small school, being like 300 schools is not like, you know, it's not small, but it's not a large school. And it has shown that innovation is a matter of leadership and not, you know, the amount of money that you invest. So what tips can you offer from your experience to other smaller schools who seek to innovate and maintain themselves as future relevant to students?
Our school was established 50 years ago, and we have always had a strong vision to, as I said, develop the whole child and apply innovative practices. I think we are a living proof that the digital transformation and innovation is possible for all schools. In our case, we are not the biggest one, but why not be among the best ones? I think, first of all, the transformation needs a good leadership and clear objectives and goals. But there is one important aspect. Each school must follow their path, respecting their own pace, their own rhythm. But still, the key element on a school transformation is the teacher, and we need to offer them a consistent professional learning program. They need to have good awareness of the social, emotional, and even affective aspect of technology-based education. They must feel confident in their capacity to respond appropriately. Understand also the holistic side of technology. In terms of technology, we cannot deny the cost, sometimes a very high one. But knowing where to invest in and actually use well what you've got is essential. Our students and teachers, they have many resources available: VR, AR, coding, immersive experiences, but we use it all. It's important to have an idea. We started with computer science and robotics 20 years ago using Lego educational kits. We felt during all this time that smart technologies enhance student success and improve learning experiences. Another important aspect on this transformation is the active listening. The need for belonging and connectivity is fundamental. So I strongly suggest that schools create channels and opportunities to hear from teachers, students, families, and discover what are they thinking, what are their needs, they can really help during this process to see different visions and different point of views. It's really important. And for small schools like mine and many others, good partners can help a lot. So in general, I can say that my tips are: design vision and a strategy, support your teachers, have open communication channels with the whole community, be smart with technology, think what exactly you need or you already have, and use partners to help you in your journey. But I have to say that all this digital transformation journey, it's very rewarding for the whole school community.
Yes, I'm sure it is. And you know how I follow everything that you do at Escola Bosque, and I'm such a big fan to see all the great things you know, that I see in education. I mean, you're in Brazil, but I see that you go to so many places to find what's the best, what's happening, you know, in the best school, the best conference, the best fair, and to bring it in, and you bring it to life in your region. So I think it's amazing. So just my congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Glaucia.
Well, no, thank you so much for accepting the invitation, for sharing your experience, for sharing all your knowledge. It was such a pleasure to have you here, Silvia.
Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure. Thank you very much, Glaucia.